Schoenberg recognised the voice that serenades her, who's going to model for our very own artist Chaz Jenkins. And there's one other person to be surprised, but even we don't know who it is yet. After all, it is Surprise, Surprise! Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Cilla Black.
Good evening and welcome to another Surprise, Surprise, where the unexpected happens to the unsuspecting. And now I want to ask a question. Do we have any music lovers sitting out there in the audience tonight? Yes! Well, what the heck are you doing here then? Actually, I've got a little surprise for you now, because we're going to have a little surprise recital, a little record recital. So I've brought my own super-duper, up-to-the-minute, state-of-the-art, high-tech mini system. Try saying that with my teeth. And it's Fred. Where are you, Fred? Thanks a lot, Johnny. This is Fred. Now, how many of you remember one of these? Yeah. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. I was just thinking, you know, I know you got your hand up there. I was just thinking, music's not the same today, is it? Is it? No. I mean, whatever happened to songs like Mersey Dotes and Dozy Dotes? Or what about, I mean, those meaningful songs like Does Your Chewing Gum Lose Its Flavour? Oh, Lonnie, come back, we need you. But actually, really, to be fair, we have got one very important music lover sitting in our audience here tonight, and her name is Margaret Sternberg. Where are you, Margaret? Where are you, I can see it, Margaret. There she is, you little shy thing. Come on, join us, Margaret. I need you down here. Hello, Margaret. Welcome to the show. I suppose you're wondering why you're here, girl, don't you?
I do.
Well, I'll tell you like music, don't you?
Yes, I love it.
Well, you can blame your Pauline. Yes, that's your daughter sitting up there, because your Pauline wrote us a letter, you see. And she said that when, about 30 years ago, because she's given her age away, she said 30 years ago, when she was just about 7, she broke one of your, if not the favourite record of yours. Now, can you remember that time?
I can remember the time, yeah.
Can you? Well, ever since she's been upset. She's been cut to the quick. Oh, dear, yeah. And she's tried to replace that record, and she couldn't find it anywhere. And that's why she wrote to us. And guess what?
You haven't found it.
Oh, we have. Margaret, surprise, surprise. Have a listen to this girl.
Figaro.
Oh, yes, it's Figaro. Oh. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yes. Do you remember who sang that?
Figaro. Gilly.
Oh, yes, Gilly, yes.
So.
Putnam Crew, they all did. But you had a favourite singer of that
Paolo
time.
Silveri.
Yes. Oh, yes, Paolo Silveri.
Yes.
Have you got one of these, actually, you don't?
Not now.
Not now. Well, this is Paolo Silveri's record, you know.
Is it really?
Yes, because I believe you actually met him, didn't
I
you?
did once, yeah.
So did we.
Did you?
Yes, how do you think we got the record?
I don't know.
Well, Paolo Silveri is a very famous opera singer, and he's come all the way from Italy to give you a lovely surprise. Not only a record, but his book and everything. Come in, Paolo Silveri.
pleasure of seeing you again.
Oh,
It's a great pleasure.
isn't that nice?
Oh, it's lovely, yeah.
After a long time,
Oh, yes,
where
deep
you gave me the opportunity of so many things. Firstly, you gave me the opportunity to celebrate in London the 40th anniversary of my first Barbarosville in Covent Garden. 40 years ago. Just I sang my first... Thank you. And here is the record. I was like
Yes.
this.
Oh, Paolo, you look even better now.
And then another surprise. For my first 40th anniversary of my career, I wrote a book about all my life and my art in the opera. I give to you too.
Oh,
also.
thank you.
You try to...
Nice.
Yeah, this
Thank
is
you
a-
very much, Paolo.
Yes,
And with a
great-
bit of luck later, could you
great pleasure.
serenade Margaret,
Oh, my
perhaps?
goodness.
Of course.
You will? Well, we'll all look forward to that. And while Paolo gets set to serenade our
Oh,
Margaret here...
sole mio, eh? Let's sing together.
What happened there? I better stop taking the tablet. We better get on with our next surprise, and that is this week. You know, I actually know where our Bob Carolgees is, because he's right here. Come in, Bob. Well, hello, stranger.
Well, do you know, actually, during this series, this is the first time we've been together, Cilla.
I know, you know, I was beginning to wonder whether there was something I said.
No, it's just that I've been dashing up and down the country, hitting people, in the nicest possible way, of course.
In the nicest possible way, and I noticed tonight you're wearing your hit hat.
I am. And that's because I'm going to hit somebody here in our studio audience tonight.
Woo!
Thought you'd be impressed. And that's also why I've got my hit box as well, Cilla. This is my hit box.
I was wondering, I thought, that's a big box for a lunch. And I noticed you've got all kinds of bits of paper in there.
They're actually nominations.
Yeah.
Now, this is a bit of an experiment, Cilla, and it might be a challenge. Before the show started, we actually gave each of our audience a piece of paper and asked them to nominate someone they're with who might like to have a little surprise tonight.
Oh.
So to make it fair, to give me a fighting chance of this, I'd like to pick out not just one nomination, but three.
Three.
And we'll see what we can do.
Oh, hey, there's all kinds of rubbish in here. Tomato ketchup. Oh, dear. Hang on.
Ugh.
How many three you said?
Three.
Three. That's one, two. Oh, that's three, isn't it? Are you excited, audience? Yes. So am I. Let's see now. The first one is... Oh, my God, can't have it. The first one is... It's Garth Smith.
Stand up, Garth. Where's Garth? Stand up. That's Garth.
And
there.
there's Garth.
What does it actually say about Garth there?
I'll tell you what it says about Garth. Garth, it says here that you would like to climb up, or you've been nominated to climb up Nelson... Stop picking your nose, Garth. Nice. You've been nominated to climb up Nelson's column to stand on Nelson's big toe.
I knew it wasn't going to be easy, this, Cilla, but that's a bit of a corny one, that is.
Oh, yes.
Please.
Shall I carry on?
We'll see what we can do with Garth, right?
All right, Garth. And the next one is... Oh, dear. This is Jean Peters.
Jean Peters. Stand up, Jean. Where's Jean?
Oh, Jean. Now, Jean, you have been nominated... Do you notice how they all pull their sweaters down when they stand up?
I think there was a job lot in brown sweaters, actually.
Jean, you've been nominated... Look at me when I'm talking to you, Jean. You've been nominated. I believe you're dying to meet the group Aha.
Yes.
Aha! That might not be... I bet there's a load of groups to be met in
Yeah,
here, but
that's
it's not so easy. I think they're probably in Norway at the moment, but I'll make a phone call and find out.
And the last one...
Isn't it good, isn't it?
Joan Bradshaw.
Joan Bradshaw.
Oh, there she is.
There's Joan.
Now, Joan, you look a bit furious up there. You have been nominated by your party because they want to nominate you as a waxworks dummy. Because they say you fidget all the time, so... Can you keep still while I'm talking to you? Is that right? You fidget all the time?
No, not really.
How do you feel about being a wax dummy tonight, then, if you're picked?
I'll participate.
You talk sexy,
doesn't she? Well, none of those are actually very easy, Cilla. But fortunately, behind the scenes, I have a very good team in the hit room, and we're going to get onto these nominations straight away and see what we can come up with. Hopefully, we'll find somebody who's lucky in our audience. So
yes.
I'll get onto it straight away, Cilla.
Oh, please
and
do.
We'll see you later.
And the best of luck.
I'll take this with me.
All right. Well, I'd like to wish Bob the best of luck. You know, he's a fool to himself sometimes. But now let's go over to someone who's nobody's fool. And I'm talking about Mr. Wonderful himself, Gordon Burns.
Hello, Cilla.
Wow.
Don't you think the surroundings are getting better all the time, aren't
I know that. I told you, didn't I? Stick with me, kid. Play your cards right. You can have anything. Next week, you could even have a cocktail cabinet.
they? Well, if there's a well-stocked cabinet here next week, you could pop over for a drink.
Oh. Any time with you, sweetheart. What have you got for us on the Searchline this week?
You started with a musical item, and we start with one on Searchline. Cast your minds back, those of you who can, to 1944. That was the heyday of the dance band, and here we can see a picture of one of its prime exponents, scat singer, and with him are his syncopated swingsters. They played at many of the well-known and best-loved venues, for example, the Pavilion Exmouth and the Regal Minehead. Then, so Colin Penton, their pianist, told us, things went wrong. They had to do midnight runners from digs because they couldn't pay their rent. They had to pawn their instruments, and eventually they broke up and went their separate ways. Colin hasn't seen any of the lads since then, and he'd love to have a little tinkle again. So Norman Shepherd, Bill Brown, Dennis Walton, Brian Toll, Roland Bruce, Eric and Nita, not forgetting Scat Singer. If you fancy getting together for a quick session, please give us a call or a tinkle. Well, now, Sid Thomas is trying to find Peter Cunningham. They were both with the Royal Engineers, stationed at Melton Mowbray in Leicestershire in 1944. One Sunday in late July, early August of that year, a Wellington bomber crash-landed a couple of miles from Melton Mowbray. Luckily for the pilot, Sid and Peter were out for a walk and were able to pull him clear. The police then took charge, but they never discovered the pilot's name or what happened to him. After the war, Sid lost contact with Peter. Now, Sid thinks he lived somewhere in the Bishop Auckland area of County Durham. So, Peter, if you're watching, please give us a call. Who knows, we might even be able to trace the pilot. Well, I'll be back shortly with more of Searchline, but let's fly right back now to Sid.
Well, while we're on the subject of Searchlines, if you were watching last week, you might remember that Gordon was trying to find the owners of a wedding photograph album, which was left for collection in a club in Worksop in Nottinghamshire. But it was never, ever collected. Well, we found the owners of that wedding album. They're Jane and Christopher Newton, and they're here in our audience tonight. Where are you, Jane and Christopher? Yes, with your little wedding album out there. How did you manage to lose it for so long?
We met these friends on holiday, and we took the wedding album to show them because we were newly married, and we left it there, and we lost touch with them, and they eventually traced us again and said that they were going to give it to this friend of theirs who was a singer, and she was coming to sing in a club near where we lived. And she left it at this club, and we went there, and, well, we went to the one we thought it was, and it wasn't there, and we went round all the clubs in Worksop, and you can imagine what they said when we said there's a wedding album here of ours. They just laughed at us, and we never got it until we got the phone call.
And were you dead upset?
Yes, as I'm getting older, I'm beginning to think I ought to have it.
Oh, yes, you've only been married 2 years, haven't you? Well, you'll keep hold of it now, won't you?
Yes, I'll try.
I mean, the wedding album, that's Well, I wish you lots of luck in the future anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, Christopher and Jane. Well, now it's time for me to make a phone call. Oh. And last week, you'll never... Well, if you were watching the show, you might remember I made a boo-boob. I dialed a wrong number. It was a Chinese restaurant. And this... Oh, look at this. It's a cucumber. You know what I say? If you're going to have a cucumber, have a big one. I'm going to surprise a certain young lady on the phone this week. Her name is Wendy, and she's from Cambridge. Now, her son Julian wrote in to tell me that, well, his mum used to be, well, she used to go into the forest in France when she was there, when she was a young girl, and swing through the trees like Tarzan's mate, you know, Jane. So he's never seen his mother do this. I wonder why. So I'm going to ring her up on the show now to invite her on the show next week to do it here. She's from Cambridge. Ooh, a lot of digits here. Let's see. Not a sausage, but a cucumber. I hope I've dialed the right number.
Hello?
Oh, that was quick.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, sir?
Hello?
Hello?
Yes? Can I speak to Wendy, please?
Yeah.
Pardon?
Oh, c'est pas rigolo.
I think I've got the wrong number again.
Tu réponds, tu raccroches pas, surtout.
Hello? Hello? I hope I've got the right number. Could I speak to Wendy, please?
Yes? Yes, I'm speaking.
Oh, hello, Wendy.
Hello?
Surprise, surprise, it's Cilla here.
Oh, no.
Well, that's nice. That's a lovely welcome, isn't it, Wendy?
I'm rather surprised.
I bet you're rather surprised. Who was it that answered the phone just then?
It was my son,
Which one?
the younger one. Julien.
Oh, Julian. Julian.
Yeah.
Well, you see, surprise, surprise, I got a letter from your Julian.
What did he say?
Oh, you wouldn't believe what he said. We know an awful lot about you, Wendy. Because, you know, you're actually on the telly now, Wendy. Did you know that?
No.
Oh, well, you are.
Oh, dear.
And I'll tell you what your Julian wrote and told me. He said, when you were in France, a long time ago, you used to go to the forest
Yes?
and swing through the trees like Jane. I mean, what made you do that, Wendy?
Well, it was with my brother. We just dared each other that we would go as far as we could without touching the ground. Needless to say, my clothes are always torn.
I bet you they were. How old were you then, Wendy?
Well, up to 10.
Up to 10. And what were you doing living in... Were you born in France?
No, I was born in England and went to live in France when I was 5.
5.
Came back 2 years ago.
And you still have this incredible urge to swing through the trees?
No, the funny thing is that I hurt my back last week, and this evening my boss asked me whether my back was better and said, will you be able to climb trees again?
Well, how is your back?
No, it's all right, thanks. It's getting better.
Will it be better by next week? Because we want you to swing in the trees in the studio here.
Next week? No, it won't be.
But I promise you, Wendy, we'll get the best doctors to have a look at it. Oh, you can have a lovely massage. Will you come and join us on the show next week, Wendy?
What day?
What? Now they're getting... On a Sunday.
On a next Sunday?
On a Sunday, yes.
Oh, I don't know whether my back would be good enough.
Well, I tell you what, Wendy.
Yes?
Because I'm going to play fair here. You told us you got a bad back.
Yes.
I'm going to ring you again.
Yes?
And to see how your back is.
Yes?
Because you're not getting out of this, Wendy. You're coming on.
I'm going to get some practice in on the apple tree.
You better. Well, we've got lots of creepers here in this studio. Anyway, I'm going to...
Okay, yes, I do agree. I shall come, but I must wait till my back's better. That's it's serious.
You've got a bad back.
Yes, no, I just tore a ligament, so it'll be better if you call me back.
Don't worry. Have faith in Cilla. Cilla will ring you again to see how your back is.
I'll really have to get some practice in.
Okay, Wendy. Well, whenever you come on the show, you'll be made very welcome. And one thing's for certain, you're really going to have a swinging time, all right?
All right.
See you when I see you.
Yes, Cilla.
Ta-ra then, Wendy.
Bye.
Bye. Well, last week, if you remember, I rang the painter, Charles Jenkins, and invited him to come and paint my portrait on the show. And here he is. Come in, Chaz. My goodness me. Now, Chaz, when I spoke to you on the phone last week and I asked you to describe yourself, you look nothing like your description because you said you were short, fat and bow-legged. What? You look like a film star. Who does he remind you of, ladies and gentlemen? Clark Gable, yes. Has anybody ever said that to you before?
Yeah, my daughter up there keeps saying it.
Oh, well, you do, you see. And I could be your Scarlet Woman any time. Oh, I could. But I bet, frankly, you don't give a damn. Well, let's see a few of your works, because we've got them here on camera. Look at those. Aren't they fabulous, ladies and gentlemen? Look at that. Yes. Oh, that is brilliant, Chad. You know, and I asked you to come on the show to paint my portrait, didn't I? But, you know, we're doing surprise, surprise. We're ever so busy, and I haven't really got the time to sit for you, not during this show. I'd love to do it any other time. But what we are going to do now is surprise somebody else sitting here in our audience tonight. And this time it's over to your corner, Chaz. It's your turn to pick the model of your choice, be it man, woman or beast, or whoever followed them in. Who are you going to pick to be your model tonight? Who do you fancy? A lot out there. There's about 600 people, Chaz. Look, they're all looking nervous and saying, oh, gosh, I hope he doesn't pick on me. Oh, please.
Just that woman in the white collar there.
The lady in the white?
Yeah, fourth row back.
Really? That lovely lady with that lovely smile?
Yeah.
You couldn't have made a better choice. Will you come down and join us, please, look? My God, oh, look at him. Wow. Do you think he looks like Clark Gable?
I think he does, yes.
Yes. Have you ever been done before?
No.
Well, what do you fancy being done in? I mean, oils or, you know, watercolours or... How long... You haven't got much time, have you? Pastels, did you say? You're going to be done in pastels. You looking forward to that?
Yes.
Well, you are? Well, he picked you and you've got the most beautiful eyes there, sweetheart. So we've got a studio set aside for you, Chaz, as you know. All the works, all the doings are there, so if you'd like to take this young lady off, we'll see you later. Right. I can't wait. See you after, love. All right.
Yes,
Ooh, well done. See you later, Chaz.
Right, thank you.
In the meantime, we'll take a break there, but please don't go away, because we'll be back with lots more surprises. So, see you in a couple of minutes.
The hitbox I was telling you about earlier, where we have a team of researchers in there working hard to try and help one of our nominees. We're not sure if this is going to work. I'll update you a little bit. We've got the young man on the end here with the 2 days' growth. He's on the telephone at this very moment in time to the security man at Madame Tussauds. He's the only person left in the building who is actually breathing, apparently. And he's going to try and find one of his bosses to ask them if we can open it up. I'm not sure about that. Aha! We have chased AHA all over Norway, and they are in Norway, and I'm sure there's no chance of them coming over here within the next 20 minutes, so that doesn't look on. The Nelson's Column bit, interestingly enough, you'll be fascinated by this, Nelson's Column, we found out, is owned by the Department of the Environment. But, again, it's one of those things, on a night like this, it'd be far too dangerous, so I don't think we can attempt it. Our only hope, really, is with Madame Tussauds, and whether they will ever open up on a Sunday night at 8:15, I very much doubt. But, as I say, the security man's trying to get one of his bosses onto it. You got him? He said yes. Madame Tussauds is going to open up. That is fantastic. I must tell Cilla. Oh, good grief. I didn't think that'd work.
You look as if you've been busy.
My ear is raw. Believe it or not, the team are fantastic about that. But we have done it. We have done it, and tonight, one of those three people, it's going to happen for. Garth, Jean and Joan, could the three of you stand up for us? There they are. The lucky person is Joan Bradshaw. Come on, Joan. Believe it or not, Joan,
Yes?
the team phoned up Madame Tussauds, come in the middle of us if you don't mind, phoned up Madame Tussauds, and they are going to open up their shop, especially for us, so you can be a Waxworks dummy. The outside broadcast cameras and all the crew are on their way there at this moment, and we've got to catch them up. So if you're ready, the hit hat's on.
Hot foot.
And this is it.
Even
We'll see you
hot
later,
foot.
Cilla.
Oh, yes. Do I need my jacket?
No.
No, you're going to be a Waxworks
It's a warm
dummy.
car. You can follow mine.
Ta-ra, Joan. See you later. Bye. Now, a few days ago, I had to go to hospital. Not that I was ill or anything like that, but it was to deliver a very special Cillagram to a very special young man. He's Peter Hammond, a chemical engineer, who, like hundreds of people all over the country, gives up his spare time to act as the DJ of a hospital record request show. And Peter brings a little happiness to the patients of West Hill Hospital in Dartford. So I decided to drop in and surprise him during one of his request programs. Now, Peter is actually on the air at this very minute, so I wonder what he's going to do, what he's going to say when I go in there and surprise him. Well, let's go and find out. Surprise, surprise, Peter. Can we tell your listeners at the hospital what this is all about?
You're not going to believe this, ladies and gentlemen.
No, you're not going to believe it. But ladies and gentlemen, never fear. Cilla's here, you see. He's shaking like a leaf. But you see, I've come to surprise Peter Hammond, this lovely DJ here. Haven't I, Peter?
You have surprised me.
How do you feel about it?
Surprised?
Shocked and stunned.
Yes?
Gobsmacked.
Yes?
You like a Cillagram?
Oh, yes, please.
You'll never believe what I'm going to sing to you.
Probably not, but go on. Something from the 60s, please.
Well, close, close. How about Pilot of the Airwaves?
Oh, lovely, yes.
Well, come on then, son. What are you waiting for? Let's go and be Cillagram. Pilot of the airways, here is my request. You don't have to play it, but I hope you'll do your best. I've been listening to your show on the radio, and you seem like a friend to me. Any record of your choice, I don't mind it. I'd be happy just to hear your voice saying this is for the girl who didn't sign her name. Guess she needs a dedication just the same. Late at night, I'm still listening. Don't waste my time chasing sleep. People say I look weary, but that's just the company I keep. Ooh, you make the nighttime race. Ooh, I don't need to see your face. You're sounding so good. Sounding good. You're sounding good to me. Pilot of the airways, here is my request. You don't have to play, but I hope you'll do your best. I've been listening to your show on the radio, and you seem like a friend to me. Play that song for me. Pilot of the airways, here is my request. You don't have to play it, but I hope you'll do your best. I've been listening to your show on the radio, and you seem like a friend to me. Oh, I've been listening to your show on the radio, and you seem like a friend to me. And our pilot of the airways is sitting right in our audience tonight. Where are you, son? And there he is. Well, it's time now to go over to Gordon again, see what's on our Searchline. Over to you, gorgeous.
Serious. Now, hands up those of you who have played with a Romany in the bath. Not too many, but about 34 years ago, Betty Jones and her two friends, twins Vicky and Vanda Brace, seen here with their sister Louise, decided to do just that. Taking advantage of the fact that Vicky and Vanda's parents had gone out for the day, the three girls forced an unwilling gypsy girl to have a bath. When Betty's mother found out what had happened, she was furious and predicted dire results by way of curses. Now, this all happened in the village of Bryn Pedo near Llandudno in North Wales. And soon after, Vicky and Vanda moved to Wimborne in Dorset, and Betty hasn't seen them since. So, Vicky and Vanda, if you feel like getting up to any more mischief, don't. But do give us a ring, because Betty would love to see you again. She just hopes that gypsies don't have television. Now, small is beautiful, so they say, and only being 4'11" certainly didn't stop June Titch-Ross being the star of her school netball team. She was so keen, in fact, that on leaving school, she formed her own team, Central Athletic of Cardiff. And in 1955, they were top of the Cardiff Netball League. In 1956, June married and moved to Coventry, and the team disbanded. 30 years on, June would love to meet the old team again and discuss tactics. So, Mary, Kathleen, and Sheila Thomas, Pat Willett, Jacqueline Cross, Rita O'Shea, Pat Barry, Pat Warman, Susan Jones, Valerie Ely, and Barbara Matthews. If you're watching, please get in touch. And now we're going back to 1926, and more specifically to the Grafton Street Industrial School, Liverpool. I hope she didn't know it, because it's a school for naughty boys.
Do they want a naughty girl?
A school for naughty boys, that is, according to Harry Ditchfield, who is the lad sitting under the beady eye of the parrot there. Well, now at the age of 72, Harry would love to hear from any of his old pals in the picture, particularly his special mate, George Brewer, who was last known to be living in Preston. So, George Brewer and the rest of the class of 26, we're waiting to hear from you, you naughty boys. Naughty Cilla.
But nice. Thank you, Gordon. We'll see you later, Chuck, all right?
Thank you.
But now we're going over to our outside broadcast cameras to see what our Bob and our Joan are getting up to. I can't wait. Come on.
Come on, Joan. We made it, Cilla. Here we are, outside Madame Tussauds. It was a quick trip, wasn't it?
Yes, all right.
Now, you're going to be a wax dummy for us tonight, you know.
Yes.
You've been before to Madame Tussauds. I know I just asked you. If you had a choice of who to stand next to, who would you like to be?
Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney. Anybody else?
Anyone that's handsome.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not in there yet. Anyone that's handsome, because there's a whole royal family in there. Lots of
Princess Diana.
Well, we've got some very illustrious people for you to stand by, actually, because you've got to remember there's also Burke and Hare, and there's Crippins, and there's Jack the Ripper.
No.
I forgot to mention that, actually, Joan. What we've arranged is for you to be a wax dummy in the Chamber of Horrors.
Oh, the worst part! I hate it!
We hoped you would. There's the fella. I think the door's open. Right, come on, Joan. Chamber of Horrors. See you later.
Sooner than me. Anyway, we'll be back to join Bob and Joan in the Chamber of Horrors later. And we'll also see how Chaz is doing with his painting. And we've got a really big surprise for a certain lady. What? Oh, my goodness.
Last week, you called my restaurant and you got the wrong number.
Yes, you did.
But as a good gesture from my restaurant,
You're not going to...
I have number 43 and 49, picking dinner.
Heads will roll. What's your name?
Eddie Yo.
Eddie Yo. Are you ready, Eddie?
I am.
And so am I. This will be lovely in my break. Thank you very much, Eddie.
Enjoy your meal.
Oh, well, I'll try. I've only got 2 minutes to eat it in. See you then. Don't go away. Hello and welcome back. Well, now, most of us have a secret ambition which we seldom achieve, and Paul Kane is no exception. He's a school teacher, and the other day we sent our Bob out to help Paul realise a rather surprising ambition.
Not far away from here is a Par Flat Junior School where I've got to go to surprise a certain teacher. His name is Paul Kane, and he knows nothing about this, but he's just about to get the surprise of his life. I've got to hide in the back of this van so nobody spots me. It's not easy. Oh! Ow! This is one of our hit vans. As soon as we stop, the door will open and we'll go and give him the surprise of his life. This could be it. We've stopped, hopefully outside the school. Ugh, it's pouring down a rain. Don't know which way I'm going. Here we are. The assembly hall brings back memories. Well, isn't that lovely? All those children. Morning, children. Morning. I'm looking at Paul Kane. Where is he? This could be Paul over here. This could be Paul Kane just over here. Are you Paul? Stand up, Paul. Let's have a look at you. Surprise, surprise, Paul. How are you? Paul, a certain... Quiet, children! Quiet! A certain friend of yours, Paul, a June Blinston,
Yes.
has let me into a little secret of yours that you've got an ambition, that you want to dance and sing as Fred Astaire in a supermarket. Is that right?
Well, it is, yeah.
Well, we've come here to make your ambition come true, Paul. So we're going off to find a supermarket, and we're going to dance and sing as Fred Astaire. So, Paul, let's face the music and dance. Let's face the music and dance. It is real, Paul. Come on, wave bye-bye to the children. Bye, sir. Bye, sir. Come on, Paul. Let's face the music and dance. Bye. Oh, you're there. Well, I found the supermarket here so that Paul can show off his prowess to his unsuspecting public. He's actually been rehearsing a dance routine, and he's also made his own musical track, which is very good. Oh, less fattening one. We've hidden the camera, that's why I had trouble finding you there, so that most of the people here today hopefully won't know what on earth's going on. You might spot, however, the occasional professional dancer that we've supplied Paul with to help him along with the routine. Should be quite interesting. We'll see what happens. I've got some more shopping to do anyway. Miss, have you got any prawn balls?
Maybe trouble ahead, but while there's moonlight and music and love and romance, let's face the music and dance. Before the fiddlers have fled, before they ask us to pay the bill, and while we still have the chance, let's face the music and dance. Soon we'll be without the moon, humming a different tune, and teardrops to shed. So while there's moonlight and music and love and romance, let's face the music and dance, dance. Let's face the music, let's face the music, let's face the music and dance.
Yes, indeed. Eat your heart out, Lionel Blur. Didn't he do well, ladies and gentlemen? Yes. Paul, stand up and take a bath. I really enjoyed that, Paul. I've gone all of a quiver, I have. I think it's about time we went over to our OB, that's our outside broadcast cameras, and see how Bob and our Joan are getting on in the Chamber of Horrors. Woo! Everybody. Woo! You're as daft as I am. Are you there, Bobby? Oh, my goodness me.
It's me all the time, Cilla.
Oh, dear. Put it back on, you look better.
Please.
What are you looking forward to most tonight, Joan?
Standing next to Paul McCartney's model. No?
No, no,
Well,
no.
Paul's not in the Chamber of Horrors, you know, Joan.
Oh, dear. Is there someone nice down here?
Well, that's up to Bob to find out. Is there someone nice down there, Bob? You know.
I don't know. It doesn't look very nice to me. I've just spotted a man who was either dead or drunk. I think he's the floor manager. Hey, she's not living here, Cilla.
He tells the jokes.
Well, we're all waiting to see what Joan is desperately going to look like as a wax dummy. I mean, can you lead us on into that Chamber of Horrors, Bob? And...
I don't even know what's in there, Cilla, so we're going to find out. Let's go and have a look, Joan. We've got to find a good spot for you to become a wax dummy. Ooh, look at him. That's the one I was talking about.
40 weeks.
There's Birkenhair. Birkenhair. It's like Birkenhead.
Oh.
It's very dark in there, Bob.
There's Jack the Ripper. That looks a good spot. Look, practice here, right?
Practice
so,
what?
you're Jack the Ripper's next victim. Now, the thing is when you're actually trying to be a wax dummy, fix your eye on a spot and you've got to stare. Put yourself against the wall. It'll probably be easier to stare. I just look perfectly still and not a movement. Right now, you've got to stay like that for a long time. Not a movement. You can't move. You can't even blink. You can't laugh. That's for sure. Right? Perfectly still.
That's against my grain.
You can't talk. Wax dummies never talk. All your friends have wanted to see you like this. I think you look quite uncomfortable. I'll get you a chair. That'll make it easier if you're sitting down. Right? I'll just get a chair. Keep still. Right. I'll just get a chair. Okay.
Right. That's my time up now.
Oh, sorry. Oh, there. Joe. There's a chair for you. Sorry, have you got rid of somebody? Did he tell him a joke? Now.
It's the way I tell him.
Right, now practice again. Stiff. Okay. Right, now you've got 8 hours till opening time, Joan, so we'll just leave it there for now. All right, lads, might as well pack up for the night and we'll call it a day. Okay, thanks very much. I'll go back to the studio. See you, Joan. Okay, lads, all out now. Thanks a lot.
Bob, you are joking, aren't you? You are joking.
We'd arranged for you to stay here the night.
You're joking.
No?
Well, if you stay and hold my hand, that'll be all right.
Oh, please, I'll hold your hand, but I'll take you back to the studio.
You will?
All right.
Oh, good.
It's lovely down here, isn't it?
With all these chats, yes.
Very romantic. There's not supposed to be anybody here except us.
Well, no, they're all just the waxwork figures, that's what I mean.
Yes, you've noticed how hard they work as well. All right, Joan, come on back to the studio.
Oh.
We're coming back to see you, Cilla. Bye.
Oh, well done, Bob. See you later, Joan. Well, without more ado, let's go over to our very own Chamber of Horrors, Ghoulish Gordon. Oh, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that.
That's all right.
You're a screeb, really.
Thank you. Godzilla, thank you.
What was that?
No, nothing at all.
Try me again. Come on. You know, since I've been nose fixed, I can't hear a thing. Try me again. What did you say?
I didn't say Godzilla.
Yes, you did.
I didn't.
Godzilla! Well, you know what happens next week?
None of this?
That Chardonnay's going on your head, it is. Go on, off you go.
Right. Time for our quickies. This week we're looking for Mr. and Mrs. Bill King, last thought to be living in the Colchester area. Also George Peel, who during the 1930s lived in the Snow Hill area of Manchester with his grandparents. And Cissy, Alfred, Dorothy and Albert Moon, the sisters and brothers of Emily Moon, who were together in the cottage home Christchurch, Hampshire in 1923. If any of you recognise yourselves, please call us. And as usual, our researchers will be on 01 205 5222 until 10 o'clock tonight. But don't worry, if you can't get through, you can still write to us at Surprise Surprise, London Weekend Television, London SE99 6YW. And I'll be back with more on Searchline next week, if I'm allowed. But now, back to Cilla.
Thank you, Gordon. Well, Chaz, you're back, and you're back with your most beautiful model here, and everybody's dying to see your masterpiece. Come on, we're all dying to see it. Let's have a look. Oh, hey. Hey, that's good. Pardon? It is good, isn't it? I think he's captured the eyes more than anything, don't you?
Yeah. Mm.
But I must, a little query.
Yeah.
There's one thing wrong with it. You haven't signed it, Chaz. We haven't got your signature. Would you mind signing for our sweetheart here? Yes, you could do it now if you like.
Right.
Yes, will you do it now, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, you've got to get a pen.
Yeah.
All right, Chaz, see you later. See you later, Chaz. Surprising show for you.
Yes, it has really.
All through tonight's show, I've never found out your name. What is your name,
Mary.
sweetheart? Oh, Mary. Mary, welcome to Surprise, Surprise. By the way, who did you come with tonight, look?
The girls from work.
The girls from work.
And Delia, she's the cook at our school. She won raffle tickets.
She won raffle tickets?
She won the tickets to come.
Oh, did she?
And her husband's bought us in the minibus.
And her husband brought you in the minibus because you won raffles? Wrong, she didn't win any raffles.
No, she won the tickets.
She didn't win the tickets?
She did.
Oh, no, she did. She did, because you see, we've been a little sneaky, Mary. I know all about you. You see, you're Delia up there, the lady that you work with, because you're a dinner lady,
Yeah.
and which school do you work in?
Featherstone.
Yes, isn't that lovely? Well, Delia wrote me a letter and told me all about you.
You never.
She did.
Did she?
She did. Now, you've got a brother, haven't you?
Yeah.
That you've never met and you've never seen because he emigrated 63 years ago to Australia. You've never met him?
No.
You've never seen him?
No.
But you are tonight, Mary.
No.
Yes. Surprise, surprise. We've flown him all the way over from Australia, together with his wife, Elizabeth, and their daughter, Mary. Come in, Bob. Your brother, Bob. Come on. What a lovely reunion. The more the world is changing, the more it stays the same. Life is full of small surprises. It's a never-ending game. If nothing is impossible, will you believe your eyes? If the unexpected brings a smile, that's a big surprise, surprise, surprise. The unexpected hits you between the eyes. The unpredictable, that's the surprise you see. Surprise, surprise. Well, ladies and gentlemen, everybody watching at home, we've come to the end of Surprise, Surprise of this week. We do sincerely hope that you've really enjoyed the show. One thing's for certain, we all have. I'd like to say a very big special thank you to our Bob Calgies, and hope all of you will join us next week for another week of surprises. Until then, ta-ra!